Hey folks, I just wanted to record a quick video and I wanted to kind of explain to you guys a little bit about how late work will work in our class this semester. In semesters past, I've had a very strict late policy on assignments, and I didn't accept late work for any reason. Typically, that became a struggle for some students. What I did in the past, though, was I used to offer 3 to 4 extra credit assignments in each of my courses. So that even though a student might receive a 0 because they didn't turn an assignment in on time, they could still make up those points by doing one of those extra credit assignments. But I still had a few students who struggled with that. They didn't understand why I had a late policy that was so strict. And so I've opted this semester to change my late policy a little bit. In that I'm going to this semester give students 2 what I'm calling late passes. A late pass is something that you can use this semester if you are not going to be able to submit an assignment by the due date and time. You're going to receive 2 late passes. And they can be used at any time this semester. You don't even have to explain to me why you're using the late pass. You can use the late pass for any reason. It could be that you had to work a double shift and you couldn't get your assignment on time. Could be that someone in your family is sick or ill, or you had an unexpected emergency come up. You can use the late pass for any reason. Now, you only receive 2 late passes this semester. When you do choose to use a late pass, it grants you a 5-day extension to turn assignments in late. So if an assignment, for example, is due this coming Friday and you choose to use a late pass, you'll have 5 additional days to get that assignment turned in. Now, late passes this semester can only be used on assignments. They cannot be used on quizzes or exams. So there's no extension on quizzes or exams this semester. You only get 2 late passes, though. So if you've used your 2 late passes and then you have something that comes up, whatever it happens to be, an emergency, an issue, it doesn't matter. If the assignment's not turned in on time and you've used your 2 late passes, then you'll receive a 0 in that assignment. That could be, some might consider that kind of harsh. I've had students tell me sometimes that maybe they think I'm not being empathetic to students. And so I wanted to share with you guys just a couple of images. So what you see here, this is a photo that was taken back in the late 90s. This is me and my wife and my oldest daughter. This was when I graduated from college with my undergraduate degree in forensic science. The reason I share this photo with you is I want you guys to understand that I understand that life happens as you're going through school. As I was in school, as you can see, I was married and I had kids as I was an undergraduate. I know what it's like to be able to try to balance school and family. I even, while I was an undergraduate working on my bachelor's degree, I worked 2 jobs. I worked a full-time job and I worked a part-time job. In fact, my wife and I worked together in a little frozen yogurt store for several years while I was an undergraduate at my university. The next photo I wanted to show you guys from this slideshow was actually when I graduated from NAU with my master's degree almost 20 years later. And so that first photo you saw was with me holding my oldest daughter when she was just a year or so old. And this is her standing behind me, trying to kind of simulate that same photo when I graduated with my master's degree about 18 years later. At this time, I had 4 kids and had been married for, about 20 years. So again, the reason I show you guys these photos is to help you understand that I know life happens. I know what it's like to have to balance work and family. I did it as I did my undergraduate degree, and I did it as I did my master's degree several years later. So when students come to me and say, hey, Mr. Little, I'm not going to be able to get this test done or this assignment done because of this emergency in my family or that emergency in my family, I want you to know that I empathize, and I know what happens in terms of life. Life doesn't stop happening just because you're in school. But I also want you to know that I have some expectations of you, that you'll be able to balance your life and work responsibilities and your school responsibilities. But because I am empathetic, that's why I'm making sure I give you an opportunity by using those 2 late passes. So anyway, I hope you guys kind of have a better understanding of how to use the late passes. If you do choose to use your late passes, the way you use them is you need to send me either an email or a Canvas message before the due date of the assignment, letting me know that you're going to choose to use a late pass. So if, again, an assignment is due this Friday, by, let's say 11 o'clock p.m., you need to either send me an email or a Canvas message prior to Friday at 11 p.m. Requesting to use that late pass. And again, remember, you only get 2 for this semester, so use them wisely. I would really suggest that you use them when you're really in a pinch, when life has you down and you kind of need a little bit of extended time. So thank you for watching this video. I hope we have a great semester.